What is up, everyone? I am Jamie with Three Little Goats Homestead, and today we are in the soaping studio, which means we're making something. And today we are going to make some really luscious under eye whipped tallow. So we are infusing my carrier oil, which is castor oil, with some coffee as well as some blue corn flowers, so we can make this really luscious, really light and fluffy tallow that is perfect for the under eyes, to wake them up, to reduce puffiness, and just hydrate really well, especially in the dry winter months. So alright, so I have got my sanitized bowl I've sprayed down with some rubbing alcohol. I've also got my big bucket of tallow, and then I have castor oil that I have been infusing with some coffee as well as some blue corn flour. So I'm going to measure out my tallow real quick, and then we will start straining out my castor. We're going to go with the big guns, why not? Alright, so I've just got a fine mesh sieve right here. I'm going to put some paper towel on top of that as well, just as an extra filter. We're going to pour this in a little bit so we can get it started, and then we'll start weighing this out. You got to be patient with this. You don't want to rush the straining process. Alright. Okay. So normally I would melt all this together and then whip it, but I've had my tallow sitting next to my heater, so it is pretty soft right now. So I'm going to go ahead and whip it just like this. I am going to add in a little bit of arrowroot powder in here as well, just to make it less greasy feeling, and then we will get to it. Alright, I'm going to add in my arrowroot. Alright, let's get to whipping. Before I really start whipping, I'm going to take my spray bottle full of rubbing alcohol, and I'm just going to spray everything down. I do this anytime I make a tallow or a lotion, or pretty much anything skincare related. Everything gets coated in rubbing alcohol. Well, I use 99% isopropyl alcohol. I get it at the farm store. If you can't find 99%, check your local farm store. I'm gonna let these air dry and put all this together. And then we're gonna wait. So everything's put together. Let's get to whipping. Alright, so we are looking nice and fluffy. I'm going to straighten the sides because I do have some bits stuck still. And I'm going to whip it for just a little bit longer. But we are almost to the consistency that I like to see. We started off right here, and we've gotten all the way over here. So get this scraped off. And then at this time, if you wanted to add any type of essential oils, now would be the time to do it. So let me get this finished whipping, and then I'll bring you guys back. Alright, so my tallow is almost ready, so I'm going to go ahead and give everything another good spritz. I'm using a spatula, so I'm going to spritz that down as well. That way it has time to dry off while everything finishes up whipping. Alright, so everything is ready. I'm going to go ahead and transfer this into I thought I had piping bags, but I don't. So we are winging it with a Ziploc bag and hoping we can get it with this, because definitely need to add piping bags to my shopping list. Look at that consistency. Isn't it gorgeous? Nice and fluffy. Yeah. Making the messiest of the messiest today. Alright. And of course, the piping Ziploc bags I have, the corners are weird. So that's why when people are like, oh, use Ziploc bags, it never works for me. And I think the neighbors are here for milk, so let's try to get some of this done. one down. I'm gonna finish getting all of these filled up, and then I'll bring you guys back. Right, so I got some schmutz on the outside of these guys, so I'm gonna take my rubbing alcohol because I use it for everything, just to make sure there's nothing on the outside, so these can be labeled. Any little bit of tallow is going to make the label not want to stick. Get these guys cleaned up, get them labeled, and then safety sealed. And for these guys, I decided to go with the blue jars. I usually stick to amber jars. I have a whole blog post on why I prefer amber jars, but because this is a little bit different than most of my stuff that's in amber jars, I figure to avoid confusion, especially at the market, I go with the blue jars. They'll be perfectly fine because I'm not ever in direct sunlight when I'm at the markets. Alright, y'all. I ordered some different sticker paper for labels, and I swear I am being punked because I couldn't get the backs off of these things. It took me like 20 minutes to get the back off of one because it just did not want to work for me. That seems to be kind of the theme of today, isn't it? We're just winging everything. That's what I get for not making a whole lot of soaping videos recently. But the labels are on, and I think they look pretty snazzy. Alright, y'all, so that is what I've got for you guys today. Sometimes you just got to make a mess and get back into things, because I haven't made any soaps, lotions, creams, or anything since before the holidays. So I'm getting back into the swing of things. So now I know what I need to buy and restock up on, especially those piping bags. So like I said, this is real life, so sometimes you just gotta make a mess to make something beautiful. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We put out new videos every single week, and don't forget, if you're interested in either of my books, they are linked down in the description box below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.